Okay, so the start of finishing, we had a message telling us that there is conflicting bus time. I'm not going to worry about this one now. Usually when you get similar error, you just press acknowledgement, done. We come to the welcome
page.
message. So in the welcome message, something like when you have the startup window list, we are going to have the startup window here. So what we can see here that we're having the home, the hot edit. We have the inputs and the outputs, the jogging, the program editor, the program data, the production window. That's the most important thing we are going to deal with. Never try to touch this side because this is going to be something related to the setup of the robotic arm and the calibration. Usually I don't like to go with the calibration. What's happened 2 semesters ago that one of the students he tried to play with this side and he messed up. At that time he wasn't under supervision, so he erased the software from this robotic arm. So he went to the other one and he tried to do the same, and he erased the software from the other one as well. And we end up with one robotic arm for 60 students until we got the company to fix other things for us. So once again, we're only going to deal with this side, and the best way to touch this screen is having the contact pin from the other side. So mainly the input and the output is going to be about the identifying of the devices we had. For this one, for example, we have the usually you cannot see them all, so you have to show. No, nothing show up here. I mean, okay, so we can show all,
Yep.
but I'll try to show just a little bit of them. Okay, so obviously that we don't have any device identified here. To close this one, go to the jogging, and this will be our first part of the tutorial. So you can see here that we have the X, Y, Z, which is once again the location or the middle of the joint arm. And these Q1 to Q4 are going to be the angle in radian for the location of this arm. It's telling you that if I'm going to move this joystick lower, I'm going to have moving in the x-axis positive direction. To the left is going to be positive y-axis. Twisted is going to take me up, positive z-axis. I can change the coordination. Okay, pressing that. Okay, I can make it either the linear for this one, reoriented, yeah, because I cannot see with these glasses. Safety glasses are too bad. Okay, control the axis 1 to 3 only, and the axis 4 to 6 individually. Now let's talk about the joints before we're going to go back to this one. So when we talk about the joints, we start the counting from the base. So this is the body. This will be the joint number 1, which may be the rotation. Joint number 2, joint number 3, joint number 4, joint number 5, and joint number 6. So I can control 1 to 3 individually, 4 to 6 individually, and the linear. So all they're going to move together. To do that, I need to hold the pad. The way to hold the pad is going to be by hold it that way.
Show the back.
Okay, so put my hand on the pad and support it on my arm. If I'm going to move the joystick, I'm going to do that now. If I'm going to move the joystick, nothing happens. It's not going to be moved unless if I'm going to click the deadlock here.
The safety switch on the side.
Yeah. If I'm going to show you that, getting a little bit closer, we have a message here. This message actually telling me that the the guard is stop. Okay, the guard is stop. It's too small.
Now they can see it.
If I can press the button, now the motor is on. With the motor is on, if I going to keep pressing the guard, it will stop. Now this is a safety feature. For example, I'm programming the robotic arm, and I ran it on the automatic mode or the semi-automatic mode, and it's moved too fast, and it was about to hit me or hit someone else. So if I control it that way, it will start moving, if something happens suddenly, as a human, when we're scared, we either going to press harder or release, and this will stop the robotic arm from movement as a safety factor, safety procedure. So now I'm going to move the robotic arm, press this one, start to move the joystick. This is linearly. Okay, this will be the negative y-axis, positive y-axis, positive x-axis, and negative x-axis. Twist it. Okay, clockwise, this will be going down. Counterclockwise will take it up. When you do that, you can see that the X, Y, Z and the Q1 to Q4 are going to be changed accordingly. Back in the old days, we were asking the student to record these data and start to input the points, but this will be a long course now. I don't want you to do it. The most important thing for me, I'll try to normalize the joint number 6 by taking this opening to the front. So I will choose to move the joints 4 to 6 only. Now, 5, 6, and 4.
Bring it closer to the second.
5, 6, and 4. 4 is going to be in the middle. It's going to be moved again to move the joystick to left and right. Okay? If I going to take it down, joint number 5. I always try to make it as vertical as possible, and by twisted, joint number 6. Okay, we always try to put it in this location because this will prevent in any future programming to have the tube wounded around the robotic arm. Usually when we do the programming offline, because this will be, by jogging, we try to avoid to have more than 90-degree rotation for any joint, because this will give me an error. In the case of the offline program using the software, you can do it more than even 360-degree, but the program itself is going to divide it to a multiple movements. If I'm going to change this one to the joints 1 to 3, okay, so now the take it down is going to move the joint number 2, take it to the right and left, joint number 1, and the joint number 3 by twisting. So that's what will happen. This will be joint number 2, joint number 1, and the joint number 3. So we always prefer to, when you do the jogging or the drive-through, we prefer to put it on the linear. This will do most of the work. Now the compressor is working, and I'll try to make a simpler program for you. Now we'll learn how to do the jogging, and after the break we're going to come back to the programming. Yeah, because I will divide